Hey guys, I'm here with none other than Rob Alford. Rob, you've spent some time on the new Summit X with Expert Package. Why don't you take us through the sled first? Maybe let's talk a little bit about the tunnel and tell us a little bit about the differences and what you think of it.
Well, actually, the shorter tunnel, I didn't realize how big a difference it would be, but so I tried it, but it just evacuates snow, like it shoots it out there. So the big benefit of that is instead of bringing the snow back in underneath, like if you have a longer tunnel and a snow flap, the snow will get trapped back in and it gets brought around and it binds up in the tunnel and robs horsepower. So with this shorter tunnel sled, it's like a huge difference. We're getting way more track speed and it frees up a lot of horsepower, and it's a big difference. Like, I was doing some comparisons and I was blown away. I was really surprised.
So in the 154, it comes with a 146 tunnel, and in the 165, it's a 154 tunnel. Is that what I understand?
Yeah, that's right. The one I tried out was a 165 with a 154 tunnel. And then it's the sled maneuvered like a shorter track sled. It was really cool. It was like riding a 154.
Yeah. So what would you choose, a 154 or 165? And what do you think most consumers would really like?
I'll get a 165 because I'm always hoping for deep powder. That's something I live for. So, but yeah, I haven't even tried the 154 out yet, but I'm pretty sure it'd be like riding 146. Like you're into doing jumps or re-entries or stuff like that. It'll be a wild sled.
Awesome. And tell us about the low snow flap there, right at the back, I guess, because that helps with that snow evacuation as well. And
yeah, I think they designed this to kind of direct the snow out more too, and then also underneath here, and the tunnel is all smooth, so there's nothing to grab the snow, so the snow just gets directed out. And it looks like a snowblower. It's just like launching that stuff out. It's pretty wild to look at.
Yeah, and one thing I was talking about, you're really going to want to run the scratchers down all the time with this. We've noticed when you're not running a snow flap, your bars to be about 2 to 3 bars higher than if you had a snow flap in.
Yeah.
And so it's a little bit of a management thing, but it's easy to manage if you know.
Yeah, I think you definitely want to watch like a hard pack trail, have your scratchers out, and this is a deep snow specific snowmobile, for advanced riding. It's what totally designed for us.
Awesome. So let's move up and talk about the Carl Kuster seat, because I'm sure that's what you use right now as well.
Yeah, I have the exact same seat on my sled, and it's great. It's you're jumping back and forth. You're not snagging your foot on it or anything like that. And honestly, we don't really, we sit down for lunch on the seat. Don't really use it that much, but maybe on the trail once in a while I'll sit down. But I probably stand up 95% of the time. So awesome.
Take us through the running boards, because that's also a change that you were really happy with.
Well, yeah, the new extruded running boards go all the way up to the front, and they're, it's a little stiffer in here too, a bit more rigid, so it's just a little bit better rider input, and really you don't have to worry about snow. It just clears right out, so that's a huge improvement.
Awesome. And what about the controls, Rob?
The controls, well, they have a new grab bar, which is a little softer, and the softness is good because I've heard people complain, if you hit this thing and it's too stiff, you can hurt yourself, obviously, right? So this is a big improvement, I think, and it's a little smaller. So, and then it comes with shorter risers on it, and it's got thinner grips. And so the idea with the thinner grips is it's just easier to grab onto for better grip. Honestly, this sled's got all this cool stuff, which I would normally just do on my sled normally. So you just hop on it and go, which is awesome. Yeah,
I noticed you run the handguards as well. So that's another change that I've seen in a couple of these seasons that you've been doing.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I like these flexible handguards because you can roll a sled and they never break. So that's pretty awesome. And it does make a difference. It helps with some wind protection, but mostly it's for like snow coming, like stopping snow from building up in your throttle. And that does help. So everything like that's like, cool features that help out when you're riding. Awesome.
And then just let's finish on a little bit on the suspension in the front end and tell us some of the differences right there.
So they got these Kashima coated shocks, lighter weight springs, and then they've valved these things more aggressively for a more advanced rider. So like I'm a 190 pound rider. I hopped on this sled and it was just perfect for me. I could just go rally it, go through the whoops, and it was just perfect valving. So I was really happy with that. And then they got a new ski design, like a new spindle design, more aggressive, and they have a spacer and a new rubber stopper in here to stop the ski from flexing up to keep it so it holds side hills better. So that's a big improvement for side hilling. The thing stops that washing out,
Awesome. And something that somebody could add to their current model year Summit and improve the performance. They're not going to get all the stuff that you get in the Summit with Expert Package, but you can make it pretty close. and excuse me, and that's a pretty good thing
Yeah,
as well.
for sure. If you have like a 19X package or a 19SP, you can buy that spindle, get that rubber stopper, and you can upgrade some of these features onto your sled, which is really cool.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Rob, for taking us through it, and have a good rest of the winter.
No problem, dude.